Midday with team coverage of the rain. Our storm watch coverage starts here at 11 a.m. with meteorologist Meredith Garofalo. Meredith, you've been tracking it all for us throughout the morning. How is it looking outside right now?
Well, it's been messy all day. You can see we just keep getting these showers moving in. The yellows, the oranges, those are actually the heavier rainfall. And we're going to continue to see this push in over the next couple of hours. And if we take a closer look, really heavy rain out over the water. It's going to be pushing in toward the Santa Barbara South Coast. We are going to be taking a closer look coming up in just a little bit, but there's some advisories I want to make sure you're aware of as we get into the day. The first one's a wind advisory. Now that goes until this afternoon. We're going to see, in addition to the rain, winds anywhere from 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusting up to 45 miles per hour. We also have advisories for boaters if you're heading out on the water. We're going to see those go until 3 o'clock today. A small craft advisory as well as a gale warning for those winds at 35 knots. We also have a few flash flood advisories in place. There's a flash flood watch. Now that goes until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we are also seeing a flood advisory in place, and that goes until 11:45 a.m. So lots to talk about. We're going to go into more detail in a few minutes. We'll break it down hour by hour for you, Sharon, and I'll have much more coming up after the break.
All right, Meredith, thank you. The rain was no surprise, but still, it's caused lots of problems on the roads. Let's take a live look outside right now. Traffic, again, crawling on the S-curve, slowly starting to pick up, but you can see there that southbound lane not doing so well on the 101. CHP hasn't reported any major accidents, but the wet weather has certainly made our roads slicker, and that's forced everyone to slow down. News Channel 3 senior reporter John Palmentary is standing by live in Santa Barbara for us. John, you're in the funk zone. You're seeing some flooding on the streets out there right now.
And this is an area that is prone to flooding, but let's tell you right now, there was an overturned truck, a large one, southbound 101 south of Castillo just a short time ago. CHP and Holzer's Towing was on the scene to try and clear that out, and that's why the lanes have reopened now. But it has been a slip and slide location. Let's take a quick look here before we go and show you what we shot just a short time ago. Yananali and Atacapa Street. Watch this truck go right through there. You can see just how deep the water is. You can get through it, but you don't want to go through water that's much deeper than this, especially if you're in a shallow or low car. You're going to have some problems. Let's take a look at what we shot earlier today. First, going on over to Mission Creek in the downtown area of Santa Barbara. It was getting some of the runoff, not only just from the direct rain, but just the substantial runoff that was coming from some of those intensities this morning. Then we went over to State Street in the heart of downtown. There are a couple of streets there, including State and Coda, State and Ortega, right in the middle of the block there, that just doesn't handle 3/4 of an inch of rain an hour very well, half an inch maybe, and that's causing a little bit of problem there for cars going through, and that's not uncommon for downtown Santa Barbara. Let's come back here in the funk zone of Santa Barbara, Yananali and Atacapa, and you can see here just how much water is coming up. You see, it's about 6 inches up near the curb there, and it comes down from Atacapa through downtown, under the freeway, pulls up here, has really no real way to get to the waterfront area, and it's flooded a little bit farther down by Cabrillo Boulevard. We've got towing here. AAA has showed up to help a driver here that has a stalled vehicle or a problem, and that's the situation here. But there are several streets like this, so be extra careful. One more note, if you pan over here, we've got a flooded sign, and the Public Works crews have been out all over downtown Santa Barbara putting these up to give you some advance warning. We'll come back in about 20 minutes and tell you more about the impacts of the storm in the urban areas of Santa Barbara a little bit later on in the newscast. Reporting live from the funk zone in Santa Barbara, a pretty wet funk zone this morning. I'm John Palmentary. Sharon, sending back to you.